What is the real secret to making friends? President Monson shares a story from his youth, reveals the answer. Scriptures and the prophets.
When I was a deacon, I loved baseball. In fact, I still do. I had a fielder's glove inscribed with the name Mel Ott. He was the Darryl Strawberry of my time. My friends and I would play ball in a small alleyway behind the houses where we lived. The quarters were cramped, but all right, provided you could hit straight away to center field. However, if you hit the ball to right of center, disaster was at the door. Here lived a lady who would watch us play, and as soon as the ball rolled to her porch, her English setter would receive the ball in his mouth and present it to Mrs. Shyness as she opened the door. Into her house, Mrs. Shyness would return and add the ball to the many she had previously confiscated. She was our nemesis, the destroyer of our fun, even the bane of our existence. None of us had a good word for Mrs. Shyness, but we had plenty of bad ones for her. The windows of her house received more special soap treatment on Halloween than any other house in the neighborhood. None of us would speak to Mrs. Shyness, and she never spoke to us. She was hampered by a stiff leg, which impaired her walking and must have caused her great pain. She and her husband had no children, lived secluded lives, and rarely came out of the house. This private war continued, I think for about 2 years, and then an inspired thaw melted the ice of winter and brought a springtime of good feelings to the stalemate. One night as I performed my daily task of hand watering our front lawn, holding the nozzle of the hose in hand, as was the style at that time, I noticed that Mrs. Shyness's lawn was turning brown. I honestly don't know what came over me, but I took a few more minutes and with our hose, watered her lawn. This I did each night, and then when autumn came, I hosed her lawn free of leaves as I did ours, and stacked the leaves in piles at the curb to be burned or gathered in those days. During the entire summer, I had not seen Mrs. Shyness. We'd long since given up playing ball in the alley. We'd run out of baseballs, and we had no more money to buy additional ones.